Howdy guys, welcome back. Out in the Mallee scrub again today, out Swan Reach Conservation Park is where we are. On today's video, probably just going to cruise around some of the tracks in the park, just having a look around basically. It's a pretty warm day today, hoping to see some reptiles and stuff. Just after lunchtime, I'm hoping to be out here until sunset or so. I'm not actually sure if I've got the head torch with me today, so probably won't be any after dark stuff. But we're on the southern edge of the park currently on the sleeper track. We've just come across the park boundary. And before I come out to these sort of parks, I kind of just like dropping pins on a few things I'd like to see. I don't often, there's not a whole lot of walking trails in this park, not official ones anyway. And it's fairly open mallee sort of scrub. So yeah, I've just pulled over on the side of the sleeper track, just past the park boundary. And we're just going to hop the fence over here. And just go for a wander in. My pin drop's about, I don't know, 100, 200 metres in. Not really sure what it is. Just looks like a feature on Google Maps, so we'll go and have a look and have a rummage around. I really like this park, almost not so much for the nature aspect of it, but almost for what I would call the fossicking aspect of it. There's lots of like old, like really old, you'd call them rubbish piles, old cans and bottles and stuff like that in here. I'm not really sure what from. I haven't researched it, but yeah. Anyway, we'll get to wandering in there and we'll see what this feature is, and maybe I'll come back to you when we find it. So just coming up on my pin drop, but already walked through one, and something to be very conscious of when walking through this mallee, particularly in the summer, and I've experienced it wherever I go, whatever park I go in. These orb weavers just love stringing a web at face height. They're all about it. Oops, I think I've just triggered his web. It's kind of all over the place and hard to get a focus on him. Let's see if I can come up from underneath. But yeah, these orb weaver spiders. This guy's not huge. I've seen them much bigger than this. But yeah, don't really want that hanging off your face like an alien face hugger. So we'll duck around him. But yeah, we're coming up on the pin drop. It's a little hard to tell sometimes what I've dropped pins on the map. Kind of just look for a feature that looks out of place. In this case, it's just looking like a big patch of spinifex on the red dirt. But yeah, I'll have a little bit of a wander around this immediate area. Pin drops are obviously not always exact. And yeah, check my map, see what sort of feature I'm looking for, and then come back to you. Alrighty, so bringing you back in. So this is an example of a failed pin drop on something interesting. On the map, it actually looks like on the satellite map, it looks like a series of like small little rocky outcrops. But I think what we're looking at is just these like big arcs of spinifex, like out in the open rather than under trees. They just create a real hard sort of rounded shadow line. And yeah, so I think that's what we're looking at, and I'm going to head back to the car and we'll go a little bit further. What direction are we going? A little bit further west and into the actual park entrance itself, and cruise around some of the little 4x4 tracks in there for a bit. Got a few more pin drops to look at today. Some require a bit more hiking than others, so we'll see how we go. Alrighty. In the cruiser, as you can see, we're just turning into park now. This is not the official entrance. This is called Galaxy Track. I'm pretty sure this connects through to like just the main track that's in the southern end of the park. So yeah, we'll just roll through here for a bit. Yeah, take it slow, just look around. can even get through here. See how we go. Not afraid of a few pinstripes on the cruiser, so that's alright. Missed it. I'm pretty sure that was a little Nobbi Dragon. Let's see if we can get him on camera. He came off of this big old rock here and then just fired into the bushes. Oh, I can hear him. I can't see him. Oh. Where are you? I can see bushes moving. There he is. It's gonna let me zoom in on him. I can see him with my eyes. I don't know if the camera's picking him up. It's in there. There he is. Hello there. I don't know what sort of dragon you are. Oh, he's coming from the branch. Maybe we'll get a better look at him. He wants to focus on the tree and not on the dragon. There we go. How cool is that? So I'm not sure if this is a painted dragon. Yeah, I'm going to be hung up on scientific names here. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe like Tinophorus pictus, or whether it's a little Nobbi Dragon. Super cool though. I might take a quick photo, so bear with me. So I do apologise for the car noise in the background. Vehicle's obviously just here and exited in a hurry. But yeah, that's why I come out and do these things. Love this. So awesome. Alright, we'll leave this guy be and we'll keep cruising along. First species for the day on camera. Can't be unhappy about that. It's not like blazingly hot today, but it is quite warm, and I probably don't really expect to see a heap of herps out and about. Campsite area here. You probably wouldn't expect to see a heap of herps out. Probably need to be out earlier for that, or maybe a bit later this afternoon. Temperature's probably like it'd be high 20s at the moment, I reckon. across the Fossican at the moment. There's always rock piles here in the Mallee, but more often than not they're real big rocks that are pretty well buried in the ground, which isn't exactly conducive for finding skinks and geckos under. I have a pin drop that I'm going to check out, which is there's a whole bunch of just flat corrugated iron lying on the ground. I check it out every time I come up here in the park. It's a little bit of a walk from the trail. But yeah, hoping to find some snakes up there one day. Don't worry, I'm not a snake handler. I have no training in handling snakes and I don't intend to handle them, but would love to see some in the wild. Anyway, you get the idea here, so I'm just going to cruise for a little bit and we'll come back soon. Alrighty, so we've just reached the intersection of Galaxy Track and Cosmos Track. A little bit of old sort of infrastructure type stuff here. That looks like an old, I don't even know, it's round, brick water tank maybe, or potentially a well actually, could be a bore, something like that. So yeah, we've come up Galaxy Track from down that way, vehicles just down there. Cosmos Track takes us out to the main park entrance to the east. Sorry, to the west, and I believe the Meteor Track runs up to the northeastern corner of the park. So southwestern corner of the park that way, northeastern corner of the park up that way. Yeah, there's a bit here to look at. I might wander around for a little bit and flip some rocks. There's obviously, as I say, that brick thing over there, whatever you want to call it. It looks like an old ruin over here, which it is marked on the map as ruin. Doesn't really give any more details than that. These aren't generally areas in these parks that I like frequenting, but I generally like to get off trail and where people haven't been. But you know, doesn't hurt to see them once, right? Lots of broken glass around here, old cans and such, as you'd expect. So I mean, you can see the outlines of old buildings and stuff here, bits and bobs all over the ground. I often find that man-made rubbish is often the best for finding herps and stuff in. Honestly, it generally provides pretty good hiding places. And I'm not going to disturb all this stuff. This is all like architectural stuff, if you will. So I won't mess around in that. Oh, here we go. Galaxy Track goes. I didn't even see this sign when I came in. Must have come in the wrong fork. So Galaxy Track heads out that way. I'm going to have to double check my map and see which way things go. Yeah, so I mean, this is, yeah, we're located in the roughly the southwestern corner of the park currently, south side. It's peaceful out here, if nothing else. Alrighty, I'll leave you be again for the time being. I'm going to peruse my maps and decide which direction I'm going to roll around the park in. And we'll see you again in a bit. Alrighty, just bringing you back in, guys. I've been flipping a few of these, like just slabs of concrete here. And boy, there are some geckos under here that are fast. I guess they're all juiced up for the day. Had 2 disappear under that so far. I'd love to show you them, but as I say, they are fast, so we'll see. Nobody home under that one, of course, now that I want to show them. We'll have a look under that brick in a moment. Let's see if we can see these guys under the brick. Ooh. It's another dragon. Again, don't know if the camera's going to pick him up. He's in there. I'm going to be way too slow to catch him, I think. I can't even focus on him at the moment. Oh, that's because he moved. Yeah, we'll go looking for him again in a minute. Huh. Oh, the other one, I've just accidentally found a geocache. I wasn't even looking, but okay. I don't really engage in geocaching at the moment, but hey, that's kind of cool. We'll pop that back. So if you go in geocaching, sorry, I've just spoiled that one for you, but that was accidental, I didn't mean to. Alright. I wonder where this other guy went. Surely he can't have gone too far. I don't think we're finding either of those dragons again, but I think I got a quick glimpse of them on the camera. I'm pretty sure this thing here is an old well. And it's all pretty well sealed up. Not seeing much in there. Nice wolf spider under that one. Pop him back, I'm sure he doesn't like getting a tan. But yeah, cool stuff. People leaving their rubbish, don't like it. Cool stuff to see those lizards though. Alright, get back in the vehicle and we'll move on, keep exploring. Alright, so literally just heading back to the car and just flipped one more rock just around the old campfire over there, just over there, and I excuse me, I actually managed to catch this guy. If it wants to focus for me, where are we? There we go. Oh, is he going to focus? Cool little dragon. Now I reckon this one is a painted dragon. You can see the look at the beautiful markings on his back. How cool is that? I'm certain that these guys colour up a bit like the tawny crevice dragons that get up in the hills. Not really enjoying being out in the sun, I don't think, but yeah. I'm going to take some photos of this guy for our naturalist, and then we'll pop him back under his rock. Really cool though. exciting. So come a fair bit further along the track. We're parked up, we're leaving the vehicle again. Got to head into the scrub roughly out that way. We're going to go have a look at this sheet iron pile. See if there's any reptiles and stuff out there. And yeah, having a pretty good day today on the lizards, to be perfectly honest. Added 2 new ones to my life list. The Nobbi and the Painted Dragon. I've seen a couple of other skinks while I haven't had the camera on me. But you get that there. Generally like the Shrubland Morethia Skinks out here. Yeah, alright, we're gonna hike into the scrub for a little bit and I'll come back to you when we're at the corrugated iron. Potentially, I was going to say, I'm potentially a little overconfident about actually dropping us on the right spot, but I can see where we're heading now. We've been walking for 5 minutes or so from the road. It's maybe, I don't know, I haven't even looked at the map, 200 metres or so from the track through the park. I just discovered this one day randomly while I was just rambling around in here. And yeah, dropped the pin on it, hoping to come back in the summer. I think when I found it was around July, middle of winter. So I'm not sure what it used to be, is it? There's chicken wire and all sorts here. It's usually a lot of skinks here, but I'm hoping to find snakes one day. So yeah, we're going to flip a few of these pieces of iron and see what we find. Fingers crossed we don't get bitten. There's a skink over there on that piece. Nobody home under this one though. It's tough to do with one hand, but I will endeavour to do my best. Not seeing anybody at home under that one. Try and be conscious of where the shadows are falling. Bear with me. Someone's got wire over the top of it. Might be easier said than done. Nobody at home under that one. Crash bang. Noisy. Nobody home under that one either. To be fair, it is the middle of the day and perhaps residents are out exploring the world. One of these bits over here I reckon is going to be easiest. Doesn't appear to be anyone home there either. I realise this is probably not even showing up all that well on the camera because of the contrast between bright and dark, but just have to suffer through that. Lift that one. Arches on it. Well, been thwarted here again. That's alright. I'll put the camera down and see if I can shuffle some of these bigger pieces. I'll come back to you. Well, that was moderately disappointing, but I can't win them all. Onwards and upwards, we'll continue exploring as soon as I work out which direction the car is. Almost back to the vehicle. I saw it before, somewhere over there in front of me. And I'm glad this guy's not at face height because he's much larger than the last one we came across. The camera's probably not going to focus on it, but yeah. That's a big orb weaver. He's 3 or 4 times the size of the other one. But yeah, well above head height, thankfully. I wonder if we can actually get a better shot of him now that he's on the tree. Beautiful specimen. How cool is that? Really nice. Alright, almost back to the car and we'll continue cruising along. So, just in the scrub again, car's just behind me here. Driven up the track a bit further from where we were. And this is another one of the reasons curiosity brings me to this park. You can see this is one of those old rubbish tip sites that I was talking about. And they're sometimes interesting to just wander around and you sometimes find some cool old glassware. I'm not really sure what era these date from. It's like not like ancient or anything. If I had to guess, it's like 50s or 60s. But yeah, sometimes there's just some cool glassware and stuff sitting around. And there's also often quite a lot of these flat bits of metal, which can be good for finding critters under when they aren't like baking hot black frying pans. But all sorts of stuff around the place. It's quite a widespread sort of area of hands here. No markings on that one. I've collected a few old jars and stuff at home from this park, just ones that appeal to me. They're not worth anything or anything like that, but got some cool old stampings on them and stuff. What's that over there? Yeah. I have no idea how long this stuff's been sitting out there for. Start fossicking for stuff that catches my eye. I haven't been able to deduce any rhyme or reason for where these dump sites are. I found probably 4 or 5 of them now. Some of them are just, well, 4 or 5 that have anything interesting in them. Of course, the interesting stuff's always busted. It's all fairly local sort of glassware, or local companies anyway, the ones that do have stamps on them. Yeah, pretty widespread, this one, but there's not a lot of real interesting stuff here. That's alright. Flip some rocks while we're at it. Oh, I shouldn't kneel in the spinifex, it's spiky as. Nobody home. Oh, something just ran by my leg. Nobody home there either. Alrighty, I'll drop a pin so I know this is here for future ramblings. And stop by and see if I see anything new. Oh, here we go, bottles and stuff here. Another one of these. Very busted, that one. Brooker and Sons Croydon SA. Ah, this one's busted. These are the ones I like. I like these foldings ones. But busted, that one. Unfortunately, this one looks intact. Whatever that is. It's not very thick. Not as thick as I was expecting. Ah, chip top. That'll be right. Old plates and like punch bowls, all sorts. Anyway, jump back in the car. I'll drop a pin on this, jump back in the car, and we'll keep moving. Alright, so I've been driving for a bit now. I'm pretty sure I've actually ended up on a motorbike trail. It's a little tight for the cruiser to navigate, but we're doing okay. Just going to go and investigate what I think are wombat warrens or burrows. Not exactly sure what the technical term is. You can see them on the satellite map too. These big piles of dirt. Yeah, I'm just curious. I know there's wombats in this area. And unfortunately I've seen a few that have sadly met their end on the road. And there was an old warren burrow just by the track back there. These look substantially larger. Definitely appears to be a wombat hole. Wombats are nocturnal from what I know, so probably sleeping in their holes at this time of day. A fair old hole in the ground, eh? Plenty of fresh droppings around, so I, gather this is an active burrow. Could be worth hanging out here at sunset and seeing if they come out. It's a pretty open, weedy section of the park here, on the north side of the park now. I'm kind of looped right around the eastern edge and heading back west now. And yeah, that's the plan. I am still intending to hang out here until sunset or so. Just trying to get a feel of the park as a whole. I haven't actually explored the entire park before, just seen pockets of it, mostly in that dense mallee stuff. So yeah, I'll keep this spot in mind for a sunset just setup. Keep moving for now, continuing along this motorbike track. Alrighty. Hey guys, back in again. Been a couple of hours since the last cut in this video. Just headed into Swan Reach. Got some chips and drink, something to eat. It's what, pushing 5 o'clock now. Gee, doesn't want to focus, does it? I've just set up a bit of a base camp here in the park. Picked a spot near that wombat burrow that we saw earlier next to the track. It's kind of on the south side of it now rather than on that motorbike track on the north side. Pretty much just going to base myself here, I reckon, until sunset. There's a couple of warren systems down here, burrows. I still haven't worked out if they're called burrows or warrens, honestly. Down here in the distance, it looks like there's maybe one right in front, like just here. There's another one off in the distance down there. I'm just going to go for a wander down there now, just to see whether they're active or not. Yeah, I'm just kind of keen to see some wombats tonight, honestly. So we're going to hang out in the park here until it gets dark and we get a chance to see them. Whether we do see them or not, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. It's nice to be out here getting some nature therapy. Yeah, so I mean, there's fresh droppings around here. I don't know if they're wombat scat or not, but I have seen some kangaroos about the place in this area. But yeah, wander down, see if these are some active burrows, and then back to the car for a bit. I might go for a wander in the scrub just behind the camp there. Not staying the night, but I'll go for a wander and see. Yeah, do some after dark stuff, see if we can find some huntsmans, maybe some... oh, this definitely looks like a fresh burrow here. You can see all the scat here on the outside. And yeah, it really goes down in there. So yeah, this is a good sign. This is literally, I can see the car from here, so yeah, excellent signs that we'll be able to see some tonight. I'll park myself up there and watch for them coming out at dark, hopefully. I'll keep you with me as we wander down here. It's not much further to this other burrow. What I think is a burrow. This one looks like it's got some stuff growing on it, so maybe it's not a fresh one. Could be an old abandoned one. I'm not sure how long wombats hang out in a spot for. I actually know nothing about wombats. It's only since I've moved out here to the Murraylands, mid-Murray region, that I've kind of got some exposure to them. So yeah, this is big, but it doesn't look fresh. I'm not seeing any. A little bit of scat about the place, but nothing. Looks like a real old burrow, this one. So yeah, that one up by the car is probably going to be the best option, I think, for seeing one. Yeah. Alright, I'll go away again for a moment, and I'll come back to you a little bit later on. Always make some interesting sounds, these guys, called white-winged chuffs. Usually hang out in groups of like 6 to 10, I guess. It looks like there's maybe 10 here. 2, 3, 4. I think I can see at least 9. Yeah, they make these cool whistling, chirping sounds. Make a whole variety of sounds, actually. Again, not necessarily a bird guy, but always cool to see out here in the Mallee. Just coming over to a couple more burrow sites in the immediate vicinity. So, been here a while. Coming up on one over here. Oh, so maybe there was more than 10 over there. A dozen or so maybe. I think this is actually the burrow I checked out earlier. I can see the track I was on earlier in the day out there in front of us. I think this is the one I walked up to from over there. So this isn't too far from camp either. So I call it camp. I'm not staying the night. Yeah, fresh scat and everything here. So definitely an active looking burrow. Yeah. Nice open area here too, and I have got the head torch in the car, so you know, if I come for a wander around here, around dark, hopefully we'll get to see some. There's definite game trails through here too. I don't think this is a motorbike trail. It's not worn enough for that. Scats along it, so yeah, there's another burrow complex way over there. Definitely easy to see on the landscape. Big piles of dirt. Camps out that way, other side of this little thicket of mallee. Well, this video is going to be long enough without these snippets of me coming in, just rambling about the area. So yeah, we'll come back a bit later on. Alright guys, just come across a skink. It's about as close as I'm going to be able to get to it, I think. Oh, camera changed. Here we go, in there. I'm not sure exactly what sort of skink it is. It looks to be a Morethia species. Gee, I can't get it to focus on it. Very cool. I'm not going to be able to get much closer than that, I don't think. Just wandering around. It's still not sunset yet, so yeah, just exploring the area near camp, seeing what I see. Yeah. Alrighty guys, just come across another one. Try and take it slow so you get a look. Another one of these Morethia Skinks. Gee, focus. Come on. There we go. Helps if you point it in the right direction, doesn't it? Right, gonna grab some photos. So, still just waiting for that sun to go down. It's getting to the point now where I might go sit close to the burrow, but just fossicking around camp again. And I came across another species for the day. I'm pretty sure this was a prickly gecko. It's quite a big one actually. Might not be able to get him on camera, but we'll see. Did go back under this rock. Tend to be... Whoa! My man, you are speedy. Well, I didn't really see where he went, so I guess we're going to miss this guy, but that's alright. I'll review it in a moment and see if it actually got it on film. But yeah, prickly gecko, there we go. It's species number 4 or 5 of reptiles for the day, I think. Yeah. Nice evening, cooling down now, breeze has come up a bit. Saw a kangaroo mooch on past before. All sorts of little creep crawlies starting to get out in this clearing in front of me now. So yeah, getting into a nice time of the evening. Alrighty, so sun's just getting down to the horizon now. I haven't seen any activity on the burrow there in front of where I've set up. So it's gonna go for a wander. I might just do a big loop. I'll walk back out to the motorbike track, and then along the motorbike track, just do a big loop and then duck back in towards where the cruiser is and see what we see. I'll certainly bring the camera in if I see any wombats. If not, well, you might see me a bit later when it's a bit darker. I'm not going to flip the camera around at the moment because I look ridiculous without a hat on and a head torch on. But yeah. Alrighty. See you a bit later on. So we have a kangaroo through here. It's just a little grey kangaroo. Probably going to leg it as soon as I pop around the corner. Can you see him? Just watching from a distance. See you later. Getting darker. Still no wombats. Found plenty of burrows, including one very fresh one. Looks like it's been dug. Only very recently. It's got absolutely nothing growing on the dirt piles or anything. But yeah, no wombats yet. We'll keep the faith. Alrighty guys, I've been wandering around in the dark. I've given up on the wombats. Just didn't see any. But I've been wandering around in the dark, mucking about, taking photos of wolf spiders. First tree hollow I come to, there's a whopping great big huntsman in there. Have a look at that beauty. Is it going to zoom in for me? I mean, you can see it there, obviously. I'm not gonna, it's a big spider. I'm not sure that it'll come out for me. Yeah, lovely big huntsman. First hollow eye looking. How cool is that? I wonder if we can coax him out for a better look. Be gentle, I promise. Whee! Oh, I'm not scared of spiders, but gee whiz, they're good at making you jump, hey? I hope I got that on film and it wasn't too jarring. Really awesome. Alright, we'll leave that one be. Alrighty, we're calling that a video, guys. Unless I encounter anything on the way home on the road. Yeah. It's been a night, that's for sure. I've had a good day out. Even though I didn't get to see the wombats, that's alright, I can live with that. This isn't far from home for me, so I can always come back out and try again. Alrighty, until next time, guys. I apologise if this was a really long one, and if you've got this far in the video, thank you very much. Yeah, we'll see you next time. Oh, where's it gone? There it is. What in God's green earth is this? Well, hey, you're a little bit aggressive. Clearly some sort of stick insect, but I didn't think we got these here in South Australia, but there you go. That's kind of cool. Take a couple of photos and I figure it's a her, set her on her way. Just come across this guy on the road. Just found that vehicle's down there. As you can see, I've hopped out in a hurry. There's that stick insect, and now I found this one. I'm gonna say Christinus marmoratus, marble gecko, but likely to be something else. Doesn't look quite right, and I can't remember the name. But get her off the road. See you later.